Hi everyone, it's the SFTG podcast and it's episode 146. My name is Hubert A. Shorter, so let's get started. Facebook is trying its hand at journalism again. Right. Okay, according to ReviewGeek.com, the website just launched a dedicated section in the US for journalism, aptly titled Facebook News. According to Facebook, the new news section is vetted by a team of actual human beings. I think I need to emphasize that. And includes hundreds of local and national sources. It's hard to see the words Facebook News without experiencing a barrage of painful flashbacks. The company vaulted itself into controversy with its trending topics news ticker, which amplified fake news after Facebook replaced its editors with robots. Never a good move. Anyway, Facebook put hundreds of journalists out of work after lying about video metrics and tried to strong-arm major publishers like the New York Times for the instant access news platform. So what's different now? In Facebook's words, the news platform abides by a new set of integrity standards. These standards, which are enforced by a team of editors and third-party fact-checkers, should rule out misinformation, hate speech, clickbait, engagement bait, and scrapped content, among other community standards violations. Facebook, oh Facebook. Google has taken the wraps off the new Android 11 beta. Typically, the company uses Google I/O to show off its prominent new features, but it cancelled that event this year. Instead, we're getting a quieter launch, but Google packed the beta with new features for your notifications, conversations, and controls. So, starting with notifications, you're going to see a noticeable change. Google decided to expand the grouping organization already seen today by giving conversations a dedicated section in the notification shade. That includes the ability to set a specific discussion as priority, so it appears higher in your list of notifications, and from the shade, you'll be able to launch bubbles. You need to see it. You really do need to actually see it. If you use Facebook Messenger on Android, you're already familiar with bubbles. Google essentially took Facebook's chat heads feature and made it an option for all messaging apps. Developers will have to update to support the new bubbles feature, but the company says that it shouldn't be challenging to do. You'll also get consolidated keyboard access and voice access now. That includes an on-device visual cortex, whatever that means, that understands screen content and context and generates labels and access points for accessibility controls. Really and truly the best way to get your head around these new features, if you really want to, is to install the beta. You can now because it is a public beta, or better yet, take a look at some of the YouTube videos that go through all of these new features. It's great. It comes to Pixel phones first, which I'm always happy with. Yes, all good news. Our last story is about that wretched hive of scum and villainy, otherwise known as Twitter. On Wednesday, Twitter announced that it will begin testing a new feature that will prompt users to think before they tweet articles they haven't read. Seriously? This test is currently limited to Android users in English. If a user decides to retweet an article before reading it, Twitter may prompt them to open it before they do so. Twitter did not say when it plans to bring the feature to additional operating systems. Sharing an article can spark conversation, so you may want to read it before you tweet it, Twitter said. To help promote informed discussion, we're testing a new prompt on Android. When you retweet an article that you haven't opened on Twitter, we may ask if you'd like to open it first. You think? Now, to be fair to Twitter, I think they're actually doing the right thing. I suspect that there are lots of individuals who retweet stories simply based on the headline without actually reading the article and trying to get some nuance. If there is any nuance in the article, that is. So I think they're actually trying to do the right thing, and good luck to them. If they could just clean up Twitter, I don't know if that can even happen. I don't know if it's possible, especially the way things are right now. Anyway, that was our last story. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can email us at sftgpodcast@gmail.com. You can download the episode via Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, just about any old podcast catcher that's out there. You can follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Twitter. My name is Hubert A. Shorter, and I will see you next time.